Regrets. We all have them, don't we? We are always regretting something or the other. But the honest truth we all know is regrets get us nowhere. In fact, they add a massive load on us. They take away from us the peace of our mind. Then what's the point of regretting when it's giving us nothing in return? After all, we can't go back in the past and undo what is already done. Let me give you a quick bite about my life. One fine morning in 2016, I got a call and heard that I had lost my father to a massive heart attack. This was one of the biggest blows of my life. I could not comprehend how a man who was perfectly fit, fine, and healthy could go away from my life overnight. He was only 63 after all. I went into a shell. I did not step out of my house for almost 45 to 46 days. I did not work. I did not meet my friends. I basically did nothing. All I did was sat on my beanbag in my living room and thought. Was I only thinking about the times I let him down? Was I only thinking about the moments where I hurt him? Of course not. I was thinking about all the great childhood memories. I was thinking about every great tip this man gave me while I was growing up. I was thinking about the crazy laughs we shared together. But what took the most toll on me were the regrets. Why that one time when he was calling me, maybe for the 100th time, to ask me something very silly about Excel, did I snap at him? So what if I was reversing my brand new car in the parking lot and I scratched it? How was that his fault? That's when I made one decision. I wouldn't let this happen with my mother. I still had her, and I knew I will lose her too someday, so I would do everything in my power to not mess this up. I could not go through those days of regrets all over again. The thought itself froze me to death. I was doing pretty well for almost 4 to 5 months, but then I started slipping. The snapping, letting off my steam, losing my cool, all started happening all over again. Why? Did I have that little control over myself? Did I not know how to do better? Of course not. I was way smarter, intelligent, and thoughtful than that. But then why? That's when came the biggest learning of my life. I realized I'm human too. And as a human, I'm allowed to be flawed. It is so unfair to me when I do not let my emotions flow. So am I saying that gives us all a free cheat card to go and do and say whatever we want to? No. But what I'm saying is, if you're being thoughtful, empathetic, and emotionally intelligent, you're already doing the best you can. In spite of that, when my mother calls me for the 18th time, on the day when I'm having one of the worst days at work or one of the biggest fights with my wife, how am I still supposed to maintain my cool? And when my wife expects me to enjoy a great dinner with her, which is not too much of an ask, but on the day when I'm having a massive headache or just lost a big client, how do I grant her wishes? So I decided to remind myself one thing. As long as I am doing the best I could at that moment, there is no point regretting. I cannot go back in time and change the situation, and I do not know better, so what's the point of beating myself up? Moral of the story. Regrets are not as bad as we think they are, but as long as you are using them for retrospection. When you use them for retrospection, they not only force us to be better human beings, but they also make sure we think twice before we take an action. If this topic resonated with you, please do give me a shout by subscribing to my page, sharing the episode with everyone you think would like it, and giving me all the love you can. Thank you guys. Bye.